Well, from like age 26 to 31, you gotta go through this rapid trigger in your brain. It just tells you to say everything that you've learned to say that's relevant and maybe sometimes not so relevant. And you're at a high risk of going paranoid again, just like the same as age 6, 7, 8, and then like half of the age of 9. You're doing it, but it's little kid stuff. And generally, by age 8, according to a doctor, a kid should be having at least 1 cup of coffee a day. Like those regular cups that they tell you, like they're so advertised. They're just a fucking cup. hmm Because without it, you just fry your brain and become conspiracy theorists, become backwards, you become paranoid. And it's more important for people that are not intelligent to have coffee, but it's massively important that you allow someone who's intelligent to have coffee because we know so well what you're doing to us without it. And Northern Health is all about the coffee, but when you take your vaccines before you enter, you don't get coffee for like 1 or 2 days. You just get put to sleep so the vaccine can really get in there. It's called a Pardo vaccine. It's amazing shit. Well, anyway, so I'm talking lots because I'm 29, turning 30 in July. And my boyfriend was the exact same way, but he would exhaust really easily because he had cancer. So it's kind of a tragedy with him. With me, I just don't even fucking care. But I don't think that my Justin Trudeau video saved. I think it had an error, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check later. But with me in politics, for this era, I'm always supposed to be the like angry, almost irrational one, and Pierre is supposed to be the stupid one who says they never loved Justin. But me, him, and Justin were like the ultimate best friends, and we never got to hang out either. No, because Justin was in uh like orphanage care. Pierre, his dad was trying to, or his uncle, or his cousin, or something was. I'm not sure who the hell he is exactly. Was trying to marry my auntie. We weren't allowed to hang out. Plus, we were at the age that they thought all we'd be doing was fucking, and they had to be like that because they're parents of politicians. They have to be like, no, you guys are just like too much alike. You're just gonna be fucking each other. Poor Pierre, though. Yes, because nobody calls him stupid. Well, maybe some people do. I haven't noticed, but I would. That's fucking straight up dumb. That's stupid. Good job, Pierre. Is like my right hand man that isn't romantic. It is kind of romantic.
With health and safety, small actions can lead to a safer workplace. Like Sarah.
I wonder if we will end up like getting married, or if it's just I'm just your type. There's nothing wrong with Pierre either. Like I said, when I reunited with you after all those years, it was like you guys are still like the of my heart, the magnet maybe. It's so fucking wet in here. And you know, it's totally unfortunate that a lot of people get raped in Canada. But I doubt they were Canadians because we went to school with Russian exchange students in my high school days. And Germany was so good. German, 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 German. She got murdered by her own country, I think. Or is she German? I had a boyfriend in Germany, but he died. He was a politician too, so it's a big fucking kerfuffle. Daniel White. Dan White. I wonder if I put my pictures in the back of this. I don't know where the pictures of Owen went. Some jealous cunt touched them, I guess. I still have them on my Facebook, one of them. I just don't have a good time waking up though nicotine still. Nicotine is the one that you shouldn't really need. I should have needed it when I was like 40, but I popped my lungs a little bit early. So I'm gonna quit to need it at 40, or maybe I'll be healed. Maybe the medicine will work. The medicine is going so fast because I thought of a bunch of shit. And then my daughter is a genius too. Let's see where she goes with the genius. My dad thought of a bunch of medicine. Those are German exchange students. I had really they're real friends, but I had no real friends. Holy fuck, is my head ever big compared to those people? I'm big. But Mrs. England, I'm not standing up straight. We're we're close to the same height, tip of our head difference. But Mrs. England was just so fucking tall. Swedish, Finnish. One of them got addicted to drugs in Canada, and it was a big fucking ordeal. And she was my healthiest friend too. Like she understood why you eat a fucking banana. It's so sad. You can't do drugs when you're little. It was eroding her spine. You could see it in her back. She never said which drug, so I thought like, oh, did you get like addicted to killing yourself by accident? Or like got battery acid in your mouth? That's probably what it was. And she was happy. Two of my friends, I know the one for sure, it was battery acid. He lost his leg. I know why I'm just your type. I'm just banging. I have my insecurities though. I have lots. And people are like, what, is your vagina like fucked up? How about your depots? I was like, they're weird depots. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're in the fucking army. We've seen those pinup models. They're generally all the same too. My vagina's beyond perfect. It's scary. They can't make it better. They can just fix it. I went and took my nudes. One nurse made a joke. She's like, we all knew you were Army, like when I first started working there. We all knew you were Army because you came in and took your nudes. And my boobs are almost in my armpit. Like, really. I love bugging men though when they watch porn and shit. They're just dumb. They're just dumb. They're just dumb. You like dumb people? Like disabled people? Like retards? I felt so bad. This girl was screaming, crying, and running around. I got raped. I was like, I'm gonna go on Pornhub tonight to figure out. And it was the first thing. First, like 17 pages. There she was. If you don't understand why pornography is wrong, for you won't notice it on all of them because some are just crazy, whatever. But when you look at their face right here, you can almost like see inside them and what they're thinking. And they're not happy. And they're really, really dumb and stupid, some of them. And most of them are retards. Painted in makeup so their face looks proportioned. Or they're retards after they're fully formed. Or I don't care. I would love to just like get caught having sex. I would love to. I fell asleep on the couch and that's what I was thinking about. Now look at me. No, don't. The gentleman is give me a hug. I say it all the time, just like, oh, I wish to be jamming. Oh, I've grown up really guarded, though, compared to high school. But I used to say the exact same shit about pornography in high school. Look at me, now don't. Getting caught. I don't have sex. I don't think I want to try it. Just trying to be affectionate with friends and like what do you call that? Cradling their legs with your legs. Oh, it just stings and burns. It causes like a period cramp. Just straddle, yeah. And then could you imagine thrusting and yeah, like you don't realize it's hurting, and then the next day you're like, my cousin is an amputee after that accident because they notice that it's not sex that wrecks it. It's just that good people, Buddhists, all of us, the good Buddhists, whatever. Buddhists mean good. They splash battery acid on you. when the firefighter showed up at the police asking if he could marry my cousin, I was like, uh, first impression, yeah. Second impression, do you like masturbate when you get home? Like, are you like that kind of douchebag? No. Okay. Yeah. After I said yes, I gotta look at his forum sheet, and I was like, better than I ever would have thought. He's like, because you're not into me. I was like, yeah, I guess. I hope I'm not fired. I hope I'm not laid off. Like, I know I'm laid off, but like, I hope I'm not like laid off. I like helping people. Just saying nothing. And I take her out, and the nurses go find them. And then we come back and we say, "Oh, it seems like you're healing well, and the surgery went just as we wanted it to, and you need to take this, and you need to get that at the pharmacy. Don't accept drugs from anyone unless it's a licensed pharmacist. Don't worry too much about what's in your pill pack. If you are worried, ask nurse at this building to check over your meds and make sure it is what it's supposed to be." Pharmacists have the strictest job. I was a pharmacist for like 2 weeks. Fucking Iris was my best friend, I'd say, out of all the exchange students. She was a religious Jewish person who her family stayed in Germany out of pride that it was not their fault. That it was just like just like COVID. Everyone thought she was Canadian and lived in the trailer that was right next to the highway. And I was like, well, I called it trailer trash. And I was like, well, somebody lives there. Like, think about that. Somebody lives there. So I was fucking psychotic, of course. Yeah. I don't like very many Jewish people that live here either. There were some Jewish people that came over though, but they're older. They had families. And even the elder that lived at the UN housing, she said she worked there. She said her grandkids didn't get it. That she was really pressed, and that's why she just decided to. But she loved him, and it was totally bad pregnancies and stuff. Yeah, she just want to work for the Canadian Army to thank us for giving all this money so that the country wouldn't go under. It would just close off. The good ones. My grandpa was Hitler. I was always so jaded with him. He said, no, that's how you talk to me, okay? Just remember that. You know, in 2 weeks I'm going to the hospital and I have to get a body part removed. Should I go to the bookstore today and buy a Mein Kampf if it's there? They had it there forever. It'd be awkward to ask them to order it in. And Putin is an uncle, but fuck you. He always hates his fucking family because he's this weird white dude. He doesn't understand he's albino. When I did his blood work and was his doctor for a bit, he was completely ungrateful. I always said I fucking hate being Métis, and so the Métis win. Our army fucking wins all the awards. Putin coming to my grandpa's all the time with his daughter. You know, it was happy. It was happy. And then when he started to get older, he's like, oh, I'm the happiest man in the fucking world. And like, this has nothing to do with resources. It was just a hate spew from Putin and his Russian kings and queens and army and stuff. You could just tell when he said, I'm the happiest man in the world. Ha ha ha. It was so fucking evil. He was fucking mentally ill, I think. Why'd you do it? I want to read We Contain Multitudes. I don't need to go to the bookstore. If I get to reading that. City phone chargers, depending where you go, they're like $40. He was so paranoid. I remember I said, "Hey, can Sasha come hang out with Kayla and Aiden, and I'll be the babysitter, and Grandma and Grandpa will be downstairs in the shop." Nobody's allowed to hang out with my daughter. Like a week later, he's like, "Okay, okay," and then he comes in putting his gun away on his Hollister, and I was like, "You paranoid fucking loser!" Like we're all kids here, and that's why this I expected it. I still fucking care, probably more than anybody. Probably more than anybody.